Here's an example of how I help build an app smashing culture with my students. In the beginning, I would provide my students a recipe to start their project. And in this project, we begin with subtext. And in subtext, we collaborated to discuss the first chapter of a book called Wonder by R.J. Palacio. The first chapter is called Ordinary, and in this chapter, the main character wishes that he were just ordinary. So we took the idea and the concept of ordinary and we moved the project into paper 53. In paper 53, we drew a self-portrait in the same manner that R.J. Palacio portrays each character in each section of the book, just using black and white and a simple calligraphy pen. Then we save the project right into the camera roll. Once the image is saved into the camera roll, that image can be opened up into any other app. And in this case, the next step was the app Popplet. We uploaded that image into Popplet, and that became the center of our thinking map. And we have two sides of our thinking map. We brainstormed ideas about ourselves that make us ordinary. And the things I brainstormed was that I'm a teacher, and that's quite ordinary. There are a lot of teachers in the world, and I'm a soccer player, and that's quite ordinary as well. On the other side, we brainstormed how those ordinary things actually make us extraordinary. And so what I decided to say was that I'm not just an ordinary teacher, I'm a teacher that connects with other teachers around the globe. And I'm not just a soccer player, I'm a soccer player who's been playing for over 30 years, and I always joke that one day I will be in the over 80 league. Once we finished our Popplet, we saved that to our camera roll, and we used those words to help brainstorm a haiku poem within the Haiku app created by Read, Write, Think. And this is what a published version looks like within the Haiku app. Once we had our poem brainstormed and written and saved down to the camera roll, we then used that poem to smash it one more time. Now I've guided my students through the app smashing process up until here, and this is where I want my students to begin to think like an app smasher. At this point, they have their poem, and they have a self-portrait, and they have their Popplet. They can use any three of those images they save to their camera roll to create a final version of this project. So they can publish their project into any of these apps that I've provided for them as part of their app menu. So one is Mad Lips. You can open it up into Telegami or 30 Hands, or you can create a book in Book Creator, or you can create some sort of a thing link, or open it up into iMovie and do some recording with that. You can turn those images into a comic strip or upload into Explain Everything. Somehow figure out how to display and publish using Pages or Sketch. So this is the point where now that my students know how to use these apps, the idea now is to use these apps to app smash and publish for a final product. And in the case of this project, I've chosen to upload the images and to Explain Everything to create a final oral recorded version of myself reading my poem. And here is my example. I might seem to you an ordinary teacher, igniting learning. And that's my example of app smashing.